Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Vroom, vroom, bitches. It's me, Slidewhistle, riding in on my Mountain Dew motorcycle.
Yes, hello, it is I, Immunization, and yes, today we are drinking our mixed drinks with Mountain Dew. Which one is this one?
Voltage.
The blue one, Voltage, yeah.
Ooh, wait, the blue one. So this is not specifically branded content, correct?
I couldn't find the purple one.
That's the only reason I was saying anything, because I was mad that I couldn't find any. I went to multiple stores. I asked grown people. I'm balding, everyone. I visibly kind of look old. And I was out here as an adult going, where is your World of Warcraft syrup water, please?
Wait, who are you again?
Oh, hey, I'm Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag. And because I couldn't find any, I'm actually channeling my good friend Immunization, and I'm drinking the Dunkin' Spiked Original Iced Coffee.
You know, I've never actually had that. Is it any good?
You know what? It is only in this moment, sipping it again, that I remember I did this joke probably maybe 70 episodes ago. No. Well, it tastes like iced coffee, but it's like there's like a twang, and it's like, oh, yep, that's alcohol.
Did we talk about his Dunkin' pull on the podcast? I don't remember if that was off the air or on the air.
No, that was,
it was
at
in
our
Discord.
Discord.
It was in Discord, which you can get to by going to all of our links at donotRelent.com. But yeah, I guess I'm kind of a big deal. There's this Dunkin' $6 meal deal happening, and I had been complaining to them by Twitter, and I sent them an email. Did a few submissions on their websites, submit inquiries.
I tracked down Douglas Duncan himself. Sent a few bloody notes in his mailbox, found his kid.
Yeah, because their meal deal had a sandwich, but it made you choose the one with bacon on it, and I'm famously a vegetarian, so I'm well, it's cheaper for y'all. Why don't you just let me order it without the bacon? So earlier this week, or late last week, I logged into my Dunkin' app when I was just going to get a nice coffee and saw that they added an option for just an egg and cheese sandwich. So, I guess that was the change that I wanted to see in this world.
Do people actually dunk their donuts in coffee? I know, do they? I know coffee cakes, but
I don't know. I just don't believe in a world where we're constantly dunking things in liquid. I hate to say I'm an Oreo milk truther. Maybe it's just because we never owned any glasses that allowed for it to happen, but I see it happen in commercials. It's in pop culture where it's you put your cookies in the milk, but I certainly don't. I don't know anyone that does.
I mean, so I would dunk my cookies in milk sometimes, but then I don't know. It would annoy me how they would fall apart, and then you'd lose part of your cookie, and then it'd be mushy at the end of your milk. But anyways, I have dunked a cookie in coffee before, and I haven't actively done a donut, but I guess I see the appeal.
Well, first of all, I dump Oreos in milk all the time. But see, the trick is having a fork nearby, so you can fish it out like a Neanderthal, and then you can crush it against your mouth, and it goes.
That's too much. That's like when you're eating wings. You can dip part of a wing in ranch or blue cheese. If you submerge the entire food in there, and you're now just pulling out, for you, a milk-laden cookie, that's a bit far. I still need the tail end of the experience to be dry cookie.
Hey, if you're an Oreo dunker, leave us a review somewhere. Send us an email. Drop a dime. Is that what they say?
Oreo dunker sounds like a new Gen Z insult.
Well, actually, if you're a donut dunker, that's who I want to hear from, because that's what I truly get that one.
Oh, also, I don't know if we mentioned it on the podcast, but our Apple feed is 100% back to normal, and the reviews are all there again now. So I guess we're all good to go now.
Yeah, don't bother leaving a new one unless you want to make us take a shot. Then I guess by all means.
Yeah, behind the scenes, I tried to fix things and ruin things and made 2 shows for a little bit. So if you left a review on the new show, I saw it, but you didn't. Only I did.
Secret. Oh, wait, I forgot. So back to the motorcycle. I went to 7-Eleven shortly before recording, and I got myself 4 bags of Doritos and 4 Pops, 4 Mountain Dews.
Yeah, so we're having Mountain Dew mixed drinks, and we just smashed some Doritos before this. We were truly gamers, So we're
Ooh.
ready. And he put all of the. They have like the website for this giveaway that. Well, it's not a giveaway. What do you call this?
This
Mountain
is
Dew
the
points.
WoW thing? Yeah, I believe it's a point redemption system, right?
Yeah, so Slide entered like codes in there and got like it's 600 points, and like what was each bag of Doritos and each pop like 100.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Standard Mountain Dew, standard Doritos products contain WoW magic points. I thought I needed to see Thrall or Xalatath's face on it.
See, that's what I thought too, and I was like, I don't see any Mountain Dew citrus cherry. I can't get the Thrall juice. But no, if it has like the Xbox logo on it, that's all you need. Basically, any single item that they make right now, Doritos, all the Mountain Dews, even some Rock Stars, have them.
I need to go check my bag of chips because my father gave me a big bag of Doritos. Oh, someone's getting attacked out
Your
there.
your father, go save him.
Help me there!
But no, my dad got me a big old bag of Doritos and some sandwich contents, and we had sandwiches in the dark to to celebrate recent news. And but the silver lining of that depression sandwich is maybe there's some points on the Doritos.
Yeah. So my Doritos had Xalatath on them. I was kind of hoping there'd be like some purple crumblies inside, but nope, no charcoal dust.
Also, I just want to say that the concept of seeing Xalatath on a bag of Doritos is very weird to me. She has like her like shadowy orbs right next to a giant Dorito chip.
I love Doritos. Doritos. Oh my god, that's why.
Oh shit, Doritos! You get the special Chase variant bag where instead of her face, it's just her big feet.
I was wondering. why there was
I'm gonna crinkle them while you crinkle the bag.
No. Not the crinkling feet in the Doritos. There was a toe ring on the eye. I didn't know why. Now I get it. So when did they add MD to the hilts of Mountain Dew bottles? Like, I'm looking at it and they just a big emblem.
Excuse me, the hilt? I've never. What? So you mean like the middle part? Like the part that your hand grabs the majority of the bottle?
Yes, that is the portion of the bottle he's referring to. Like below, like, the plastic wrapper that has like the.
I see. These are plastic bottles. These are your standard big boys. Yes, I do understand. I was thinking of a can, and I was like, the hilt? That's kind of like 90% of the product.
They like made it like really grabbable. Like I posted it in host chat. Like, look at that. It's like made for fingers.
Ooh, that's ribbed for her pleasure.
That gamer grip. But yeah, so I got my bicycle. It's pretty cool. Can't fly, no mount special. So.
But yeah, this is also like the first Mountain Dew I've had probably in like a decade. So,
I didn't even think about the fact that makes a lot of sense that it doesn't fly. So yeah, I will spend $40 real life dollars just to get a mount that I will then never see.
It's like $12. It's not that crazy.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, like, I like genuinely like Doritos, so like it's not that big of a deal.
So we have some 11.0.7 news, which said it actually may be coming out before Wintervale.
Ooh, wait, holy shit! Like 2-3 weeks? I guess Wintervale's at the end of December, so could be then.
Yeah, the splash screen, because, Wowhead's data mining everything. The splash screen for 1107 has a bunch of things on it, but one of the things is check your calendars. Wintervale, Turbulent Timeways, Plunderstorm, and more are coming. So if Wintervale is coming, that means it's got to be pre-Wintervale, right?
Yeah, if it's part of the splash screen, that means that 11.0.7 is coming. Well, yeah, before it, if they're advertising it. Also, is that the first time we've heard like actual confirmation that Plunderstorm is coming back?
No, they said it. It was a part of like a overarching like in 2025, Plunderstorm will be back at some point.
I did see that you now can queue for it from the looking for group window. No longer do you need to log into like a separate version of WoW.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It'll be like dungeons, PvP stuff, and I believe in the PvP tab you can just do Plunderstorm. So that also makes me think, are they just going to use character models so that they don't have to load up some guy every time?
That is what it's giving. Maybe they just took the time that they had. They're like, we'll just make Plunderstorm and the rest will just be basic. And now they've had time to like update it all. Because that was one of our big complaints, that it was weird that I had to make a whole new random guy for it.
Yeah, and then like tab into a different WoW. It was a little clunky. So like if they did somehow manage this, that'd be ideal, honestly. So then like would you be able to do it from multiple characters that would then somehow all have communal plunder?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if they just made it a war boundable resource, that would make sense.
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure. I found some more data mining for it. The currency is called plunder. Yeah, we know. So yeah, because now it's a plunder store. So before we would earn items like in the renown track, and I guess now you're taking your plunder and you're spending it at the plunder store.
You can play Plunderstorm to get some plunder to then spend at the plunder store.
If you're lucky, you might even unlock some plunder porn. Oh, keg leg smorgle, what's he got going on beneath his breeches?
I don't know, if this is in 2025, like, they might not allow the plunder porn.
No, garg! The libs be taking everything from me.
Okay, speaking of keg leg, this is a quick aside. Every time I go do the Mount Mania thing, like I'm just there and it's happening, this bitch is always pulling out the keg leg plunder croc. Have you guys had that happen to you?
Yes, it's true. It's one of those things where like, it's truly random. What's your pick? And being truly random, she will cycle through the same like 11 things. And that's one of them.
So weird. But we have the list of all the things that it's going to be in the plunder store. And it's going to include all of last year's stuff. So if you missed out, you can still get it if you get enough plunder. I want to call it plunder points, but it's just plunder.
Oh, the Plunderstorm plunder points.
And we've got, it's just the classic. Like they have the new ones in here, but it's a Plunder Lord's Midnight Crocolisk. So it's a purple crocodile. We got a different purple parrot. We got some pets. Somebody will use those. The set is like dark and like dark black and like some like dark gray, silver, and purpley. The new pirate set. So that's kind of cool.
Ooh, it's like evil pirate.
All the items. Yeah, I think it's all just evil pirate set.
So yeah, not to poo-poo it before it even sets sail, but it's just the stuff we have. But it comes in black now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do we know of anything new? But it's just like, yar, like a true privateer. We just reused all the models.
Pretty much what's going on. There's 4 new hats. One of the hats looks kind of new. It's like a bicorn. There's another eye patch, but this time it has black instead of red. And 2 of the models they use, they're like rogue tier hats. So they're just like, everybody can have this rogue tier hat. So sorry, rogues.
Oh, it looks like a hat that like Pangolier wears.
Yeah, it's pretty much just recolors. You can get a shovel. You can get an oar. I think that's new, but...
Ooh, those do be new. I'll be fighting ye and going to die in the storm to earn me shovel.
The thing is, like, I genuinely liked Plunderstorm, so I am cool with grinding these points, and I'll just enjoy playing it as well, especially since, like, we don't need to buy any of the stuff we already have in the store, so I wonder how long it will take us to grind the plunder for just the specific new things.
I do wonder what the audience will become, because now that it's not just as long as you throw yourself at it, you will get, like, level. Now that it's like, oh, you have to earn the currency by, like, perhaps playing the game.
Yeah.
I wonder if that means, especially because a lot of the items are just dark recolors, if people will be like, no, I'm good. Like, I did your social experiment and I'm done. So will everyone be out to play? Or will the same sort of rowdy bunch be back to be like, oh, I'm just running into the storm. I hate this.
So wait, actually what you're saying though, Aaron, is true that like if it's prioritizing getting plunder and like that actually playing it, then like the whole meta will change. No longer will it be like if engaged, die, you know?
Well, I guess it still could. They still might be like, oh, it's faster. I'll just do this 2,000 times.
Yeah, I'll get 100 gold 78,000 times this week.
I do hope that's the case. I love chasing people down and killing them when they try to escape. Also, in the plunder store, didn't see this before. Traders tendies. You can get A plundered bag of 250 traders' tenders for 1,000 plunder. Or a plundered chest of 500 traders' tender for 4,000 plunder. Those are probably going to go away once you buy them, but who knows?
Also, if they don't go away, why would you ever buy the 500 tendies one? Because that's just like, it doesn't make sense. It's like plunder wise, it just doesn't add up.
It's just bad. Yeah, it's bad value.
Yeah, they have to go away.
I am really hoping they do, because otherwise, well, I don't know, because I did like Plunderstorm, but if they don't go away, then it is my civic duty to spam the shit out of Plunderstorm for like the 3 months it's here, because like, well, I gotta get those tendos. I'm losing value by talking to you on the phone right now. I gotta be plundering.
Plunder. I'm pumped for this. I needed some more Plunderstorm in my life.
Oh, but before we move on to a different topic, do you think because it's coming back, any plunder that we looted before will just we'll just contribute to the achievement still, and we'll be able to unlock the one that like you got and became a plunder lord? Or do you think that was specific to just that event?
That's true, because we didn't actually use the coins that we would get, right? It was purely an experience system. So people who have played it potentially have money saved up.
I feel like they have to wipe us clean, because that would be I would just buy everything immediately. I have 1 million plunder.
Yeah, I guess yeah, for other plunderkins, it's like, well, I have 9 million plunder already. Okay, event over.
They're like, well, I thought you loved playing the game, then keep playing it. That's what Blizzard's gonna say to me. But I do think they might keep your progress for plunderkin. That just makes sense to me. Like, they would just keep what you had and it would add to it, because 1 million is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't saying that we would have plunder to spend. I was just saying that the progress would stay.
I thought you were implying that my lovely like 40K that I managed to get would still be waiting there for me. But I'll be down in the gutters again. You're a filthy braille drat.
Well, we're gonna lift you out of the gutter because you're getting a buff. Worgen is being buffed.
Worgen the people?
Yes.
What do we do?
We have got some racial updates from God himself. He's like, my chosen races, I will be changing how you work.
That's so funny to me that it's it's not a class update, it's a race update. We've decided that you guys are a little too slow. All Wargos run 2% faster.
Pretty much. Darkflight now stacks its speed bonus with other movement increasing effects. So now you can go really fast.
I don't have those.
Yes, you do. All Worgen has Darkflight.
No, I have Darkflight, but I mean, like, Shimmer does not make me faster.
When you...
me as Growlina the Mage, Darkflight is my only speed.
Did Cauterize make you faster?
That is true.
So now when you're dying, you can Darkflight and go even faster.
Now I can really run the fuck off of stages whenever I get cauterize.
Or like, I guess I'm thinking like, I don't know, like in Raid, like if a druid uses Stamp or something, it would stack with it. But like, can you even... Wait, which one is Darkflight?
It is a racial ability that all it is we run 30% faster.
And can you use it when in combat, or does it make you go into like...
No, it doesn't. I wish it made us go on all fours. It's literally just we vibrate slightly faster, and when we run, there's like a little wispy trail behind us.
Yeah.
You'll see me use it occasionally. Like, it's very much built into my kit, but it does nothing, and you will never like visibly see it.
Because it was, I think at one point, weren't like raiders going Worgen because of Darkflight during one of the raids? I don't remember if it was Daza or...
It makes sense because it's a natural speed boost that you can do every 2 minutes.
Like, I think maybe I'm losing it, but I think it was like during the Sylvanas fight in particular, like during the bridges or something.
That would make sense. Yeah, if you need to get somewhere faster, I think we're one of the only classes that has a distinct like just speed boost that you can do whenever.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of weird. Also, I realized I never read why they're buffing these.
Yeah, sorry, I was goofing around too much. Why has God blessed me so?
God says, we're making updates to several racial abilities with the goal of increasing the viability of some underrepresented races. Many of these abilities have fallen behind naturally within the game's ecosystem, And our hope is that targeted tweaks will help promote increased diversity of racials across all content types.
That is so fucking funny. They went to like a furry event and they realized that they're all Volpera and Tora, and they're like, whoa, wait, what happened to the wolf guys? And they were like, we got to balance this thing out again. Don't worry, you guys can be faster. Just because like their RP servers were falling apart.
We couldn't do the working foot race. We just weren't as fast anymore. We got Draenei, the gift of the Naru cooldown.
It's Ja Rule's cousin, Naru.
Cooldown reduced to 2 minutes, was 3 minutes, but Amin has told me he doesn't use this button ever.
Okay, well, the main reason I don't use it is because, like, my Draenei is a priest, is a healer, so, like, I have other things that I normally would do, you know, instead of using this racial to heal, which, like, historically it was bad. I know that, like, maybe in BFA or somewhat Shadowlands, like, somewhat recently they buffed it so that it, like, actually can do things, and, like, I remember, like, I used it occasionally, but, like, honestly, this expansion, I don't think I've used it, even though, like, I probably should. I think it adds up over the course of a fight. Like, as a filler, I could throw it in there, probably.
That's crazy to me. For some reason, I thought Gift of the Naru was, like, up there with Trolls Hurt Bears more as, like, the all-timers of racial abilities.
I think it's like heals for 20% of the caster's max health. So like you're basically healing somebody for 20% of your health, I think is what it is, right?
As a hot, though. So like I guess like during a raid I would probably just throw it on the tank if they're taking damage or something.
Well, maybe you do that more often now that it's 2 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie, it's currently not bound to anything.
You don't even have it on the bar, Sponge me boy.
It's on my bars.
It's glowing in the book. It's begging, it's asking to be put on a bar.
So it is on a bar, but like it's not on a bar that has like a keybind set to it. I would have to actively click it.
Don't worry, High Mountain Tauren, you're getting buffed too.
What the fuck do they even do?
Rugged Tenacity's effect increased by 50%. What's Rugged Tenacity, you ask? I don't know. I'm looking it up.
Hey, High Mountain listener. I'm so sorry. I actually don't know any High Mountain Tauren. Like, I go out into the world, and you feel like it would be easy to see them, because Tauren are big and their horns are big. That was a real airball of a race, if I may say.
I guess it reduces their damage taken by whatever percentage stamina they have. I think it's an active. I'm not sure if it's an active or a passive. Once I found it, I closed it immediately.
I'm sure no one minds because I don't think anyone mains a High Mountain Tauren.
I'm a little jealous of the Lightforged Draenei change, though. So, you know, they have that big fucking space laser blaster. That's cool. Its radius and damage are being increased. So the radius is being actually doubled. It was 5 yards, and now it's 10 yards, and its visual size has been increased.
This is going to be like some Juno-ass ability now.
All I'm asking is, so no one else can see this thing, right, other than the player?
That's a great question, actually.
Because I have never seen it, personally. It's been forever since I leveled Young Mouth Bottom. So I forgot if you can actually see this thing, but that's what I'm requesting. Give me a giant yellow beam from the heavens that just beams the boss every so often.
Do we have any Lightforged Draenei? No, Lynn's not on his Draenei. He's on a monk.
We have nearly no Draenei, I believe. We have Immune when you're on Immunization, and I believe...
I think Ashes on a Shaman, perhaps.
Yeah. Hey, Magheart Orcs, y'all out there? Stats granted from Ancestral Crawl increased by 30% and now increases one of your 2 highest secondary stats. I'm not looking that one up. I don't really care.
Ooh, Stormwind is... yes, that was Stormwind is better. Stormwind is better is shaking his hackles. Finally, he'll get played again. He will not.
I'm just looking at this list over here of all these changes. And Aaron, I think this says a lot about like the races we play, because it's basically all of the newly added allied races, and then Draenei and Worgen.
I was thinking that too, yeah. As you were saying that, I was recalling what Slide's already gone over, and I was like, it really is just all the bonus Jonas races, and then Draenei and Worgen. They're just like, all the ugly ones and the new ones. We know not as many people are switching off of their humans and orcs, We're gonna try and fix that, okay?
It's the bonus Jonas and the shoeless. That's what it is.
Oh no!
Well, but they don't have any troll stuff because trolls are great, and trolls ain't wearing no shoes.
Well, there's a surprise for you at the end. Hint, it's Zandalari trolls.
yeah, but they fall as the bonus
Yeah,
Jonas.
They're a bonus Jonas.
That's true. Nightborn, whatever. I don't even care. We're skipping Nightborn. Void Elf. Now, this is interesting because Squirm's a Void Elf.
I was saying, now it's interesting because I'm it, Slidewhistle says.
So they're buffing the spatial rift, the long blink that I can do. Because it was like, it's slow. If I'm running in a dungeon and I press the rift and send it in front of me, I outrun the rift. And I'm like, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I think it's because I have mage privilege, but I remember when I was leveling Nastisha, I did it once or twice, and I was like, this is yucky. This feels personally rude to me to even attempt this.
Yeah, so they're increasing the speed by 80%. So it's going to be way fucking faster, and it's going to last 2 seconds longer, and the maximum range has been increased to 35 yards, and no party members can see it anymore. And I'm like, people could see it before? Why could people see me teleport? Like, see where it's going?
I never did.
I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we don't have many Void Elves until Squirm came along, and any that we did, like, were probably mages. Like, my Void Elf was a mage, so I literally never use this ability, because why would I would just blink?
It's redundant.
I'm trying to think what even seeing it, I'm using air quotes on an audio medium here, would look like. Like, do you dissolve into a shadow? Is there a portal that appears somewhere?
Yeah, I think...
I did it once on Nastisha, so I actually don't remember what this looks like.
So I think what they mean is, like, so when I throw it in front of me, this little, like, shadow cloud appears in the ground. It's honestly very hard to see, and then it just slowly scoots forward. So, like, during raid, I'll use it at the beginning of Queen Ansarek fight when she's dropping her first green puddles, and I'll just stand on the way back, and then I'll send my rift across the puddles. I'll wait fucking forever for it to cross the puddles, and then I'll just go ahead. But, like, I'm like, where is it? I can't see it in the fucking green goo. I guess now it has a big fucking fat purple disc. So I think the thinking is, if other people could see it, they'd be like, oh my god, what the fuck is that thing?
I did not think that you were going to say disc. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I put in my grinder profile. I got a big fat fucking purple disc.
Vulpera has some changes. Their Bag of Tricks healing and damage increased by 40%. Bag of Tricks now decreases enemy movement speed. What the hell's Bag of Tricks? Why is it healing and decreasing enemy movement speed?
I thought that was the one that, like, would hearth you someplace. I'm like, I don't know, is there tent hitting people?
From home. A Bag of Tricks. Bag of Tricks I thought was just like a random thing that happens. I remember it being both OP and like, why would you use this?
Yeah, well, it's been buffed now even more. And Zandalari Troll are about to be meta again. Because I think this was the reason they wore meta. Their racial regenerating no longer cancels from periodic damage effects. Its cooldown is now 3 minutes. Oh, and it heals you for 50% of your maximum health instead of 100% of your maximum health. Oof, they kind of nerfed it a little bit, but also buffed it because it won't break on damage. And everybody went Zandalari Trolls, I think in BFA for one of the raids. I think it was Daza.
That's extra fucked up. Never mind. In my head, I was thinking about the Forsaken Eat People one. And as I was sitting here drinking my Dunkin' Spiked, I was like, so they eat people, right? That's the regenerating. And so when you said it was from Daz, I was like, they're eating like their cousin? But no, they just regenerate.
When are they going to change that racial? Because I feel like the undead should not be allowed to eat humans anymore if we're going to be all buddy. It feels kind of fucked up, doesn't it?
That's also the thing, right? It was humanoids. That feels weird because like we fight like can you eat a Nerubian? That's not a humanoid.
Oh, you
can't. Are you nerfed because we don't fight bipedal creatures anymore?
Right in undead. Have you ever eaten anything that wasn't a human? We have to know.
We have a couple. Calcus, Hoax. You guys are undead, I've noticed. What do you eat nowadays?
I was given space from the answer.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
There also is a little bit more in the patch that they've said. Dungeons and raids. Cross-faction groups can now queue for dungeons. Dungeons will require a fully pre-made group, and party members who leave will not be replaced. So we're slowly getting closer to the point to where Alliance and Horde will just be able to queue up for dungeons together. They're just taking the slowest path possible to get us to the full-fledged version of it.
Why can't they take a note out of real life's book and further the division?
Wait, you want them to go? You want them to go slower? You want them to not have this option?
I want them to live in 2025 America, and I want them to split us up. I want us to go to reverse the curse, go back. There's Alliance and there's Horde, and if I see a Horde, I'm calling the cops, and I'm getting them sent back to Hordeland.
We're gonna mass deport all these Hordes back to Orgrimmar where they belong.
Mass dispel.
I don't want to see any single green people in the Eastern Isles. Send them back to
Kilmdor. Okay, so this profession changes, right? Whatever, they're changing some stats, but nestled within this stat changes, they said, pairing with the release of the specialization respec option, we're deploying some balance changes to blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait, the release of a specialization respec option? What are you talking about? There's nothing else here about being able to respec your profession specs. But apparently that's coming, I guess?
I feel like that's the most Blizzard thing ever. I'm like, did they announce this? Did I just forget? Because they yap a lot about a lot of things. But like, I feel like, yeah, they just nestled this safely in the middle of this 11.0.7 like release information.
Nestled safely in the 11.0 under the tree.
Balthazar. It's crazy that they give lip service to this guy talking about how much he loved Arizona and he put it in the new zone. But yeah, this entire profession change is just snuck in.
It's like people have been asking for this for a while because it's really easy if you're just like sleepy-eyed and you're putting your points into your professions to be like, I'll take this one. And you're like, oh fuck, I don't want that one. But now you're just stuck with it.
Yeah, that literally happened to me. I accidentally chose the wrong, like, to a wrong spec in tailoring, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll get back to this in like 20 points when I can unlock the other way.
Is Growla doing any prowling?
She sure is. If there's one time that Growl needs to reach out to the community, it's now. Welcome all. I hope you're having a darn good day, 'cause I'm here in Dornagal with my stony friend, Tree Beef. Beef, my friend. Have you been partaking in these anniversary dungeons? Yeah, and I have a bone to pick with the team that put this stupid thing together. Ooh, I love hot goss. Do tell. Who the fuck decided we needed Strathholm twice and motherfucking Noble Gardens twice? It's not a big deal if half of your dungeon pool is just the same thing. I've been wondering that myself. Not exactly the most inspiring of choices. And why doesn't a single dense doofus ever click on the imp guy? Do you know how often I have to go back because someone's bitching about missing him and they can't turn in their quest? It's goddamn 2024. Why are you even doing the imp guy quest? I'm a hunter. We can only go fast every so often. Hours wasted grabbing this stupid imp guy. Whew! Fiery words, friend, and not untruthful. Let this stand as a PSA to all of you. Think when you're in the gardens. Save your poor earthen hunter friends from having to spam Aspect of the Cheetah until their fingers turn blue. Or, tannish beige, in Beef's case. Well, I'll leave you all now and escort you back into the loving embrace of Part 2 of Episode 308. Thanks, Growl. That was inspiring.
Did you do your archives quest with Arcadus.
I always do, because I'm chomping at the bit to hear the next bit of vague lore that I will forget and you will remind me of.
I love how it's like the vaguest lore that they slow drip to us every 2 weeks.
Yeah, and 2 weeks is just enough that I forgot. If we didn't have a show where you guys read notes and remind me of what was said, every week I'd be flummoxed by being like, what?
That's fair.
I'd be like, huh?
Immune with his pitch perfect cat impression.
I swear, it's like one of my, like, it's probably my superpower if I'm being honest.
So Arcadus was talking to us, as he does, and he says, "The great Khazgaroth revealed to me that the corrupting influence of the imprisoned old gods was affecting the world soul, and to protect it, he helped, had the earthen construct, new word coming, the world core, a vast chamber at the heart of the world. There the world soul will slumber with only the Titans to influence it."
Ooh, so Azeroth has gone from sleeping in her own little house to now we have actually trapped her in a little lab that we have access to. We being the Titans.
And I'm like, honestly, do we need to hashtag free Azeroth? I think she's being trapped and locked up in the world core.
We gotta storm the world core, which happened. That's actually what happens, though, because Arcadus continues that he noted a disturbing development. As they worked to greater depths, some earthen began to behave erratically, and they could not be countenanced. Is that a word? I know he means like fixed.
Yeah, countenance, I've only ever heard it being like your face, like what you look like. So yeah, when he dropped that, I was like, are you just fishing for words, Arcadus?
He's like, well, we gotta make up new slang somehow.
It's not scary if it's not a random word the average WoW player doesn't use.
He says that most units were repaired and continued their work, but some began to physically change and crystallize, and they named themselves Thragar. So he goes, these faulty units were so greatly affected that they rebelled against us, attacking and damaging the world core. In the course of studying them, it was determined that long exposure to the world soul's energies led to the changes exhibited in their core directives. So these motherfuckers got a little bit of Azeroth, and she's like, fucking help me. Get me the fuck out of here.
I mean, honestly, Dagrin goes on to say basically what I was going to say, so I feel like we can just read. Because, like, then as usual, like, after Arcadus does his spiel, then Brinth and Dagrin give their thoughts about what this could mean.
Oh, yeah, Prince just like, I don't remember this happening.
Yeah, Brinth is really upset because Brinth is, even in this new era where everyone's allowed to have their own thoughts, Brinth's like, I actually really super like still being a robot person. And so when this is revealed, she's like, I don't remember this. Did they, perhaps? And then she looks at me with her one good eye. Lie? Oh, hell
Dun, 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 dun. They're having back and forth about the lying, and then Dagrin's like, the Thragar, that's what they called Grandau when he first got to Castlegar. And we're like, yeah, we know, we were there. We all saw it. But Bryn says, we regard the Thragar as legendary champions, almost demigods. To learn that their directives were just corrupted, that they were anomalies. So it's like that's just them being gaslit, right? Like they were
yeah. It's to the point that like the Titans allowed Thragar myth to exist, but being like, oh, they're so rare, but without telling them like, yeah, because we killed them. Like there were like thousands of them, and we let maybe one or two slip. And then when they did that, it's like, did you know, Arcadus, that we let one or two go? It's like, just pretend they're mystic men. That's how we'll get them.
Yeah, so then this also just makes me think that, like, yeah, so the Thragar got too close to the world core, and Azeroth slipped them a little bit of her magic and turned them into crystal boys, and then they were able to communicate with her, and yeah, she was like, help me, free me. And that's probably was them, air quotes, going crazy, as according to the Titans, just like Azeroth trying to free herself. So like legitimately, I feel like the Titans are doing something nefarious with Azeroth.
Is 13.0 going to be us going back to the throne of the ancients and just murking them one by one?
It's kind of crazy to think about, but I mean, I feel like it has to be, because it basically
We've killed Titan keepers a bunch of times. I'm just realizing we've murked like 4 or 5 of these guys. So I feel like they're willing to let us knock around the Pantheon.
it's just wild to think. Like, I mean, like, we always kind of felt like we were going this direction, that like we're gonna kill the gods, we're gonna God of War this shit. But it's gonna be crazy when Azeroth emerges, because so basically it seems like Wyatt's talking about it, and they're just basically like, it seems like she's just like an essence that can be manipulated to be any of the what are they called? The powers, the
Elements is the wrong word, but the different orders, is that what it is?
So they're saying that Azeroth's power is infused into all these different things. So she is the light, she is the elements, she is the fell.
She's like one of them, but like if the old gods would have gotten to her, then she would be like void, right? And if the Titans can do whatever they're trying to do, then she'll be like an order god, an order essence.
Because they referred to her as the World Soul Prime, or Prime World Soul, earlier in one of the other chapters of this. And I think the implication is that like she doesn't necessarily have like a physical Titan form, right? Is she just so powerful that she transcends a physical being? Is that what this is?
I think so. Is she just gonna be a glowing ball of dust, or is that like when she's like a baby form and she'll become something like a giant praying mantis or some crazy form that she chooses?
She will bite off Arcadis's head.
And he'll nut. That's biologically the only way that he can nut.
Finally.
Please, Azeroth. David Carradine me so hard.
Iron AR wouldn't do it. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And it's funny because now there are no Thragar. So because I mean, Magni's not a Thragar anymore. He's just a regular dude. He's Flesh Magni. Also, where's Flesh Magni? Is he still chilling in Ringing Deeps?
He is in the Ringing Deeps. Yes, he lives in Brent's house right now.
My thing is, like, I don't know. Couldn't Zalatath just teleport down there if she really wanted to? Like, is she just chilling? Like, why would she not be?
She's been channeling her Void Elf warp thing, but she can't get deep enough. But in 11.0.7, they'll give her the extra 35 feet, and she'll finally be able to get down there.
Please buff my spatial rift.
I've been channeling it for eons now, but I cannot get close enough to infiltrate her chamber.
I'm liking where this is going. I feel like I'm gonna have to one day just sit down and just watch all 4 of them back to back to back to back, because you're right. Like I forgot what the last one was.
I hope somebody's compiled like a YouTube video with just like all of them back to back, so I could just like watch/listen to it like back to back.
I want to hear Noble's goofy ass tell me about all of them, but he'll only do that when they're all done. So I still wait.
Do we even know when they'll all be done? Like, it's not like we have information on that, do we?
No, I don't think we know. Wildhead says, with the archived messages seemingly coming to a close soon, we likely have another revelation or 2 yet to be witnessed. So stay tuned.
Seemingly coming to a close. What do you know that we don't know, Wowhead? What's Panzer feeding you that we're not privy to?
Give us a scoop.
Squishay, what do you know?
I can't wait till when we finally get to go see the World Core, and it's just the same Chamber of Heart room that we've been looking at for the past like 4 or 5 years.
It's that, but downstairs.
Did you guys get Arthas? You guys get Arthas from the Hollow's End? No dog?
No! No! I've decided to take a defeatist approach, and as soon as I finished my, Scarecrow set, I have actually not visited my friend, the Headless Horseman, since.
Did you buy the back piece yet?
Yes.
Ooh.
I have complete... Didn't you see me at Raid, mister? Didn't you see me at Raid?
No. No.
Damn, that's fucked up. I always see what you guys are doing.
I didn't see.
I saw Immune at his cool pajamas.
I changed my Mog for Fashion Frenzy and then just don't unchange it.
God, that actually really fucking hurts. We're friends. You don't even click on me. You don't even see what I'm doing.
There are a lot of things to think about a raid.
Well, the thing is, I don't see what you're doing because you're purple.
Wow.
It's hard to look at you because you're translucent and purple. So I will say I don't know what Squirm's doing.
I want the back piece, but I don't care enough about Hollow's End to do other things.
So here's the thing, and it's going to take you a little bit, but it's easy enough to do. Just visit the trick-or-treat stations throughout the different continents. You get 3 to 4 every time. You just spend like 2 hours doing that, and you'll get the 100 easy street.
My main gripe is, like, why are the tricky tendies not able to be, like, transferred amongst our warband?
I accidentally ate one because I forgot that clicking on one consumes it. I was like, no.
So did I. I did that shit too because I like forgot. Like, because like we don't see these shits until like this time every year.
Do they go away or like?
I feel like, you know what? At the same time, I was gonna say that I feel like they do, but
because I didn't have any in the bank, I feel like I would have like saved them or something. So I think they do.
Yeah, because Brewfest coins, you know, I'm always at Brewfest, and yet every single year when Brewfest shows up, I'm coinless. So they must disappear because I know I don't spend them all every year.
Maybe you eat them in secret.
Not even, yeah. You can eat the candies, but the Brewfest coins, I just swallow. Growlita, you're not supposed to be doing that. I don't know what else to do with them. But yes, go and tell you what, I had a stream where I did it once. I got all of them from every single continent, and I want to say it only took me like 3 hours.
Okay, that's not too bad.
But by the time this episode comes out, isn't it ending? Like now?
Oh, no!
Yeah, it ends the 8th. So sorry, folks. We were too late to get to you.
Holy shit, it ends today. And who knows if it has a funny... Well, these usually come out in the morning. Run! Go!
Get out there. Aaron, you were saying, though, that you needed more things to do. Good news for you. The meta achievements are being added in 1107, and you can start on them now.
Ooh. I'm actually excited because I do want this one. This is showing up early enough that I feel like I can dedicate myself to it. It's not like last time where they bamboozled me and they said, oh, you got to get all the Forbidden Reach stuff. And 12 years after the Forbidden Reach was even in vogue.
I fucking hated going back there and to do those achievements that were just so ass.
This one seems pretty easy. Like I'm just like I've been reading some of these, trying to do some. Like you gotta just /love some critters and ring deeps. You gotta repair random consoles. I don't know. They don't seem that hard.
It seems too early to release,
right?
Because I feel like the meta achievement reflects all avenues of the game. We don't even have 11.1. What do you mean? Like, are there just things where it's like, you have to tickle every Smeebo? And it's like, what? And it's like, oh, you won't know what a Smeebo is till 11.3.8.
That's why I'm kind of wondering if they're going to release 2 versions of the meta achievement this time around. Like maybe this is like the first half, and then by the end of the expansion, they just do like the stuff that came after.
Or like they're just letting us know what will be part of it, and then the main or is that right there what you're showing the meta achievement?
Yeah, what I have on the screen that no one can see is a new expansion meta mount, similar to A World Awoken and Back from the Beyond. So it like basically it'd be like if it just stopped at Forbidden Reach, like if that was the last one.
So yeah, I think you're right then that like this is implying that there will be a second meta achievement maybe for like the second half of War Within if this is for the first part of it. I don't know. This is very weird. They haven't done this before.
They also retroactively are adding a Battle for Azeroth meta achievement, which is interesting. I guess they're like, why the fuck not? And you can get your Janny's trash pile mount.
Honestly, I wonder how close we all are just like passively to being like BFA meta achievers. Like there, but then I bet there's like an achievement in there that I have like no progress towards as well.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Is I almost don't want to look because I loved BFA and I felt like I played the fuck out of BFA. And then to go in and be like, you have 1 of 7 achievements. It's like, I guess I didn't do anything. Like, I definitely neglected my scary visions. So it's going to be like, you ain't got shit on scary vision quests.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about the visions. Yeah, some of the visions.
Where's your fucking cape, dumbass? I was like, I actually don't know. I literally don't think I can delete it. So it's probably in the bank, but like, I haven't checked.
Or like maybe I put mine in void storage if that could be there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so okay, I have it up. You need full heart, can't lose, which is obtain the heart of Azeroth.
Oh no, I didn't do that one.
Oh, infuse the heart of Azeroth with all available essences from the Visions of N'Zoth update.
Shit. No, I didn't do that one because there's some PvP stuff in there.
You also need Mechadon. You also need the Najatar one. Also, I think the biggest one is going to be Expedition Leader, which consists of 10 island expedition achievements. That's going to be the one.
Yeah, I definitely neglected those. But, I mean, like, I don't know. This is definitely something we could just do in some spare time where it's like, what, can you solo them now anyways?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, and they removed the PvP island achievement, I think. So we don't have to worry about that one. But now it's time for our top 2, bottom boot, medium moot. Aaron, what you got?
Well, I do in fact have a medium moot this week.
Medium moot.
I think actually in the past we once dipped into tedium toot, which this technically is, but I didn't want to rock the boat. But I have, thanks to my my playing of the game and their big boost to anniversary coins, I have purchased every single Tier 2 anniversary set now.
Nice.
Woo!
Eagle-eyed listeners will realize that it, on recording, is November 7th. This fucking thing's going to be here for another, 2 months. So now I ask, what do I do?
You get all the mounts?
I did get all the mounts.
I don't know.
Well, mounts.
Oh, the Core Hound?
Yeah. No, I got that, and then I got the one that you can buy with time warp badges, the lay feather hippogriff.
Did you get the balloon toy?
I did get the balloon toy.
You did it.
That's the thing is, I'm now hitting up that vendor who will give you the in-game things that they hand out to Blizzard employees before they axe them.
Oh yeah, where's that at?
It's just to the left of Boba Dormu. I think she's a Draenei woman. 726 editorial note. She is a troll. You can get a shield, both on your back and on your arm, a sword, the ring, basically just everything they give out to employees. But it's like, ha ha ha, your guy can have it now. But that is the last bastion. After that, that's kind of it for the coins.
It'd be funny seeing how much you amass by the end of it, I guess.
I guess, yeah, if I just keep doing, because they give them out, 1 million out for every single thing. So just interesting to see how many Growlina will have by the end of it, just to, I guess she'll have to eat those too. So many event coins. But immunization, tell me, what's going on with you, Bubby?
Well, I have a top 2. And
sorry, I meant to say top 2, but I was drinking some Dunkin' Sprite original iced coffee. I also said Sprite instead of spiked. I've drank a lot of them.
So now you're going to be super hype and super and drunk for this After Dark episode that we will be recording immediately after this. But yes, I have a top 2, and it also has to do with the anniversary event. And it's basically how we're at the perfect time right now where it's also overlapping with the Dark Moon Fair. So there's shit tons of experience buffs, and I took this time to start leveling my druid, and legitimately I did 4 dungeons. And was that loud that I hit it? Sorry.
Oh my god! I wondered. I was like, did someone summon something in that room you're in?
No, sorry, I have a microphone.
I want to hear the lamentations of the women.
But yeah, no, I did 4 dungeons and I gained 4 levels. I'm like, this is crazy. It's so fast. So he's gonna be maxed out level probably tomorrow. The next time that I sit down and do some more dungeons.
Shout out to Garage.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I feel like it's the perfect time to level up any alts that you are considering leveling up. It's super fast.
Yeah, I was in there on my Paladin. I got him the 80 in like no time with how much experience was able to stack. Sucks that Hollow Zen's gone because you can't stack that anymore, but well, I guess I still can today.
Like, I wonder. So, like, I still have that buff on Garage. So, like, if I log into him, like, tomorrow after it's over, do I still have that for, like, 12 hours?
Well, it only lasts for 2.
2 hours?
Maybe?
Anyways, Slidewhistle, what do you have?
I had a bottom boot.
Bottom boot.
My Great Vault has been ass for the past, I feel like the past month. It's had nothing to offer me.
Mine's been pretty bad, too. Like, on my Hunter, like, I honestly, on both of them. I think on one of them, I legitimately had to take, like, tokens, and I couldn't even use the socket with them because everything that you can use the socket extractor thing on, I already had it on. So I guess I'll buy some fucking crests or something.
Yikes.
Yeah, we're definitely in the era where I am going for transmog over, like, this will help me upgrade my game. It's just like, I guess I don't have this cape.
Yeah, I'm 625. And I did 10 10s last week, and I'm like, oh, my vault's gonna be juicy, and my vault had a bunch of doo-doo poo-poo. I've been doing my vaults, my delves still, doing my 8 8s, 10 8s, 8 8s, whatever it is. I've been doing that because I want that fucking offhand that Aaron got screwed out of, and I haven't seen it yet.
You know what's crazy? I haven't seen it either. And that was the very first, like, delve bonus that I ever got. I just don't think Fate Weaver's in the game anymore.
I think it's like the rarest drop that comes out of the delves.
Which is wild that I got it, A, the first time, and B, it glitched out so that it was non-functional for the rest of its life.
350 eye level green item. It's so stupid.
Except fuck you. It was a high level 350 purple item.
Oh, okay.
It masqueraded as fancy. I got rid of that. I think I logged out. That knife disappeared. Never was able to get it again.
So whack. Yeah, I've just been getting tokens, and I've just been getting, like, I got a delve. I picked a delve item. I had 3 myth track items that were all stinky compared to what I had. So I'm hoping that now I'm complaining about it, Ian will sprinkle some of that sweet, sweet powder of magic over my great vaults while I sleep Monday night, and I wake up Tuesday to a beautiful surprise.
I don't know why. That was probably one of the weirdest sentences I think I've heard you say on this podcast. I think it was also because I envisioned it as, like, Ian being in our vent, like, sprinkling some strange powder out of it onto your computer.
His little rat hand, like I was talking about last week. His little nasty hand reaches all the way to the other side of the house where your room is to go, ding.
Very impressive, Ian.
I almost started reading my Hear Me Out list that Cubby Bub refuses to make her own. I'm over here with a pervert list, and she doesn't even want to play ball yet. Because it was right next to our patrons, our lovely Patreon patrons. They include Ahoy Vince, Ezra, and Hecky, Digital Dave, asking Growlina to say, for the Horde. Holy Hooves, the Conqueror of Ogremar. Mitch wants to remind everyone that Rathian isn't daddy, he's a literal child. Crucifix. Cromone, the inaugural Dornagooner, which we're going to open up.
Damn it.
Because we said we were going to talk about it, so we'll do it real quick. Dornagooner, that's a great name for people who just started playing this expansion.
I forgot to mention at the opening of the podcast.
It's honestly, I think it's my favorite of them. Besides, well, I feel like we're biased and we need to say that Drain Our Darlings is our favorite because it's the first.
Yeah, it's the best one because it's us.
But, like, Dornagooners is S tier. Love it.
It's fun to say.
One of my favorites is BF Astronaut because I believe Cubby Bub is the only BF Astronaut I know, and she hates it. She said, I want to be something different. And I said, sorry.
Tough luck.
Alternator, Saracen Hawk, Justin, give me back my PhD Arcane, Chris M, Kick Puncher, Dr. Foster, Grumpy Old Shaman, Jerome, Adorno.
Oh my god, I can't believe they did it. They did the meme.
Losing the Patient, Gershie is going to East Hills. I said Eastwood last week. That is not correct. Duff, the Horde Pooper Cooper, Calcus, Cilantro, Remy.
My spoon is too big.
Slidewhistle, Secret Stalker, Teehee, Animan Vanderlyle, and Will, a.k.a. Tire, Trade Chat's fallen father.
Backpacks, come get your backpacks.
Boots and pants and boots and pants.
New shoes.
Get your new shoes at donotrelenttpod@gmail.com. You can email us for a pair of new shoes that we'll send you a PNG of.
I was about to say, we will not send you shoes.
A PNG of them. Well, the ones we're wearing. And you can leave a review wherever you'd like. Also, Immunization, take it away.
You can find me, Alex or Immunization, on Twitter at New Era Alex, or on Blue Sky at Immunization.
Aaron.
God, I feel like this outro is a cart with square wheels.
Take it away, Aaron.
So tough is it coming at you. Hey, it's me. You can visit me on Twitter's at the JKsies. I'm trying to take a little break because things are really desperate there right now. But if you tag me, I'll be there. And you can watch me play video games at twitch.tv/AaronDNR. I think the owner of that one's a bad guy too, but he's not actively in the government now.
All right, well, I have been holding in probably the stinkiest shit I can imagine, so I'm about to go plop a dumper.
I've been holding back the pissiest piss. Soul Brothers.
What have you been holding in?
Well, it's like actually starting to pool in my mouth. I'm gonna vomit the vastest vomit.
Okay, well, you heard it, folks. We're about to go hit the toilets. See ya.
Another down. Do not relent.
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.